Now I didn't think Fortnite would start. It has, but it's got horrendous stutter. Sometimes it just locks up completely. At the moment on the lowest quality and the profile for low-end machines, I think it's called performance. I mean indoors it sometimes gets to 30, mid-20s, but as soon as you move outside, or even now, the game just freezes up. So it's good that it actually started, but those freeze-ups just make this game unplayable to say the least. Okay, so that's Fortnite. Now here's a surprise of the day. This is Rocket League. Now admittedly I'm on the lowest quality. I mean it looks alright to me on this monitor, and I've got it capped at 30 frames per second. Now to give this machine every chance, I haven't got the Bandicam frame counter going, but take it from me, this game is more than playable. I've also got it on the highest resolution as well, but yeah, with quite a bit going at the moment. I'd say Rocket League, I'm not very good at this, Rocket League is more than playable on this almost 17-year-old PC. This is Rogue Company, and at the moment we're not really touching even 20 frames per second, and there's a lot of stuttering. So despite this game not looking too bad, not too much going on actually. Unfortunately, once again this machine does its best, but it's just not playable. Okay, so that's Rogue Company. So here we go with Zula, and it's on the lowest settings, quality settings and resolution, but at the moment we're getting mid 40 frames per second. So this is out of all the games I've tried so far, this is the most stable and the most playable on this machine. So if you're a fan of Zula and you've got a machine like this, you're going to be very pleased. Right, so that is Zula. This is Warface. Now prior to this there's an opening level with a few enemies, and it was stuttering really bad, but it seems to have fixed itself. But I'm sure once as I keep saying, once things start happening, which they are now, that the game performance is going to go down. Now I haven't got Bandicam frame rate going because I want to give this machine every chance, and at the moment it's not too bad. Just got killed there. It's not too bad, so I'd say it is playable, but like I said, prior to that part there was a few major stutters. Okay, so that's Warface. Okay, first racing game, Need for Speed Rivals. Now it's quite a comprehensive racing series this, but I chose the game where I think this machine will probably start it up, at least try to get decent playability, but it's just very, very slow at the moment. So you can be sure that any games after this, prior to this, will be fine. But I'm afraid that Need for Speed Rivals, I mean it plays, but as you can see the experience, I mean I'm not very good at this anyway, but the experience is just not going to be enjoyable, unfortunately. Right, that's Need for Speed Rivals. Okay, so on to football game, FIFA 14. And obviously this machine shouldn't have too much difficulty playing any games prior to this. Now I've capped the frame rate at 30 frames per second. It's not on the lowest resolution, but it is on the lowest graphical quality settings, and it seems to be playing quite well, so maybe if you want to nudge up the quality a touch. Now I'm not sure if it's going to play say FIFA 15 or 16, but maybe try those, and as with all these games just stop them on the lowest settings and work your way up from there. Okay, so that's FIFA 14. And this is Tomb Raider from 2013. It probably won't get anywhere near playability frame rates on the games after this. So I'm running the in-game benchmark at the moment, and what I'll do is I'll let this run and then report back with what the results are. Right, so the in-game benchmarks are finished. Now I haven't got it on the lowest resolution, but the majority of settings, and I think all of them actually, are set to low. And the results are, we get a minimum of 30 and a maximum of 62 frames per second with an average of 50. That's more than playable, even if the difference between minimum and maximum is quite high. Ideally you want that to be as close as possible. Right, so that's Tomb Raider from 2013. Just a short recap then. I installed a dual-core CPU in this machine, which was the AMD 64X2 4400 Plus. Loaded up Windows 7 64-bit, loaded up Steam and Epic Games and Riot Games, and also a few other games outside of that, and also ran a few graphical benchmarks. And overall this machine seems to cope very well, even if some of the games like Fortnite and Need for Speed Rivals weren't exactly playable. So if there's any games you'd like me to test on this platform, let me know and I'll do my best to install and run them. And what I'm going to do as a final experiment on this build, I want to install a GTX 1050 Ti graphics card just to see if I can get a bit more performance out of it. Now I'm sure that dual core bottleneck it, but it'll be an interesting experiment. Okay, thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.